The governor's office has asked that the Attorney General's lawsuit against the Department of Revenue and Taxation, the governor, and owners of Liberty and gaming machines on Guam be thrown out. AG Leonardo Rapadas filed the civil suit because he believes the gaming regulations are unenforceable because they were enacted without a public hearing and an economic impact statement being provided to the legislature. For years, this issue has been drawn out in court as owners of the Liberty, Uncle Sam, and Symbolics machines have been waiting for the government to take a final position on the legality of the machines. Rev Tax believes that many of the machines can be licensed legally and issued them much to the dismay of the AG's office. In a motion to dismiss, Governor's legal counsel Sandra Miller spells out why the dismissal is warranted. Miller maintains that the court lacks jurisdiction, accusing the AG's office of failing to exhaust its administrative remedies by requesting that DRT rule on the validity of the gaming regulations. But the governor's office expressed even more concern with what they believe is a clear ethical violation. Governor's Communication Director, Troy Torres.
According to the ethical rules which govern the conduct of lawyers on Guam, it really is against the rules for a lawyer to sue a former client if the subject of the new lawsuit is similar or substantially similar to the new one, and in this case it is.
Every attorney on Guam, including the Attorney General, is bound by the Guam rules of professional conduct for lawyers, and with regard to conflicts of interest, simultaneous representation and suing of a client is not allowed. And in April of this year, when the AG's office decided to dismiss a several-year-old case relating to the gaming machines, the Office of the Attorney General appeared as both counsel for the AG and for Rev Tax. Miller wrote in her motion, quote, "It was and is a fundamental breach of conflict of interest rules for the AGO to represent both the plaintiff petitioner and the defendant respondent at the same time in the same litigation because such action violates the principle of undivided loyalty," end quote. Additionally, it was unclear how the AG came to not only represent itself, but also the very entity it was suing, Rev Tax, in the same litigation.
And there was no waiver obtained from Rev Tax to allow the AG to move forward like that.
The governor's office has asked that the court to dismiss the case, and if the court permits the case to proceed, that an independent counsel be appointed to represent Rev Tax's interests. Additionally, Miller asked that the AG be disqualified from further prosecuting this or any action which is similar to the issues in dispute. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.
AG spokesperson Carlina Charfres, meanwhile, says the AG will not comment on the motion but will file an opposition that will contain their response.